Hi everyone, Sandra Duran Wilson here, and welcome to this week's Mixed Media Soul Sparks. This week I'm going to be covering final finishes. This is something I get asked about all the time. It's like, how do I finish my painting? Whether it's using varnish, that's a whole nother video I think I've done, but you always want to protect your work as well as possible. And whether you choose to use varnish or not, that's a personal decision. But a coating is not a varnish per se. This is where people get confused a lot. They're like, oh, I put matte medium over it. Won't that protect it? Well, matte medium is just an acrylic cover. It's not necessarily a varnish, which is going to protect against UV light and create a barrier for long-term way to, basically what a varnish is that you're going to remove it to be able to take off oxygen that's, discolored your painting over time. But I don't know too many artists that do that anymore. So what I'm talking about here are final finishes to alter the sheen of your painting. And I'm going to share with you 3 different ways to do that. And the first one, you're going to remember this from an earlier video where I put this paper onto this canvas, a stretched canvas. I still have my boards back there so I can press down on this. And I'm going to be using Dorland's wax. This is a wax which has Damar varnish in it, which will harden over time. And this is going to give it a nice subtle sheen. You want to apply a thin layer, and then you're going to be able to buff it after it dries. It's going to take it a little while to dry. I'm going to be putting it on the edge of the canvas here as well. I've got a little bit of a ridge here where the paper comes up. But this is going to provide a nice protection, especially where you have paper involved. It really seals it nicely without giving it a glossy look. And I'll be addressing the final sheens, but this will give it a nice kind of, well, obviously a waxy look. I don't want to put it on too thick. If you want a thicker layer, you're better off doing a couple of different layers. So I'm really scraping it back with the knife. It might get a little thick in those corners where the paper is at different heights. This stuff has a bit of an odor to it, unlike the acrylic wax. Now you can also use acrylic wax as a seal as well. But I happen to have a bunch of this Dorland's wax, so I'm going to be using that up. But there's really no need. If you have the PowerTex acrylic wax, you can use it in the same manner as I'm doing here. You don't need to buy another product. So I'm putting this on probably a little thicker than what I want, just because I want to spread it really well. Then I'm going to take my cloth and start to rub it into all the little crevices, because there's a lot of texture in this piece. Okay. It also helps to rotate it as you're moving, because your hand's going to have the same kind of movement. So if you're trying to catch all the little edges, just like when you're varnishing, you want to keep rotating the piece. Okay. Now I'm going to take this cloth and I'm going to spread it. This is not the buffing stage. I'm just kind of smoothing it out. And then I'll let this dry. Yeah, because it was kind of thick right there. And I'll let this dry. and I'll come back and buff it. So there's a lot that I'm taking off with this cloth. I could have just applied it with a cloth as well, but because of all of the texture on here, I just wanted to make sure I had enough on the surface. All right, so I'll let that dry a couple of days, and then I'll come back. I'll get a new cloth, and I'll come back and buff it, and it'll have a nice sheen. It's difficult to see these different finishes on camera, but this is going to be probably a mid-range of glossiness, as far as like some people like a resin shine, some people like matte. Personally, I don't like matte. I find it really pushes my colors back too much. So let's get that one out of the way. And then I'm going to show you a way to get a high gloss finish. On this piece, I have several different sheens. It's matte over here, it's glossy in here, gritty over in here. So it's a lot of different things going on. For me, final finishes is usually about altering the sheen, but also unifying it. Because when I'm working, I tend to work in gloss, and when I'm finished, then I want to kind of unify everything. So this one I'm going to use, it's called Triple Thick. And there are a couple of other products I use as well, but this is just one that you can get, and it's really easy to use. It comes out, it's really thick. I'm just going to pour it all over the whole thing. And I'll use a knife to spread it. You have to be pretty quick with this. It does dry quickly. So if you keep spreading it as it starts to dry, it's going to start dragging on your knife, and you're going to get, what's the word I'm looking for? Marks that you might not want on there. So try and be pretty quick about it. I prefer a knife rather than a brush. I find the brush gives it too many brush strokes. And here I'm just trying to cover the whole thing in a fairly uniform layer. And it's got a self-leveling quality to it. As I rotate it, I'm just looking to see if I've missed some spots. And here I can already see that it's starting to kind of drag and leave an opening. Not an opening, but just kind of a different, yeah, I guess it is an opening. It's kind of pulling it away from the surface. So you got to be quick, and then you have to stop and just let it settle in. I'm going to move that one out of the way. So when this dries, it's going to be very, very shiny. But the nice part about it is let's say when it's dry, I decide, I think I liked that better when it was more matte. But this has created a very thick layer. So I can go back in with another acrylic layer on top and alter that final sheen if I wanted it to be more of a satin finish. And the next layer I'm going to show you, the next final finish, is just that same thing. It's a satin finish. So this is one product. It's made by Deco Art, and it is a matte finish. I usually mix up my own using golden self-leveling gel, clear gel, which is very, very glossy, and I mix it with matte medium. So I'm going to show you how I do that. If I can get it open. There we go. I find that mixing my own, I can alter, like if I alter the sheen, if I want it a little more matte, I'll add a little bit more matte medium. If I want it slightly glossier, then I'll add more of the self-leveling gel. With, when you buy something like this, you can't alter that. But when you mix up your own, so I did, it's probably, it's a little bit more glossy than matte. So I might add a little bit more of the matte medium. I tend to mix up quite a big batch, and then keep it covered and ready for when I want to use it. I'm going to add a little water to this and stir it. Not vigorously. I don't want to introduce a lot of air bubbles. I just want to get it mixed together, homogenized. It's kind of like a cooking show. Okay, so on this piece, you can see that some areas are glossy, some are more matte. And I'm just going to pour it over here. The self-leveling, it's going to help this smooth out naturally. I'm going to use a brush on this one. This is corrugated paper, so it's going to want to hold that gel or my mixture, my final finish, a little more. If you have a really heavy texture, you have to be aware that it's going to want to sink down into the valleys and kind of go off of the mountaintops. So I like to brush it several different ways. I don't want to overbrush, but I had a pretty thick layer on there, so I'm going to take some off. The other thing, you can always add a little more water, not at this point, but in your jar, if you want it a little thinner. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave that for just a moment to kind of start to settle in. Then, if there's air bubbles, I'm going to show you a great way to get rid of the air bubbles. This has I'll just pour some on here so you can see similarities of it. I'll just pour a little bit directly onto here. Oops, that's more than I wanted. This has gotten thicker over time. You'll notice that with acrylics, that they'll get thicker as they sit on the shelf. Okay. And when this dries completely, especially in the picture, you probably won't be able to see the difference. But that's just a very easy way to get a nice satin finish. Okay, so then I can take, this is alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and I don't spray directly into there. I'm just doing a fine mist over the top. And what that's going to do is going to help it to diffuse and get rid of those brush marks. So when these are all dry, I will put them at the end of the video and you can see the different, hopefully you'll be able to see the different finishes. It's more subtle, so when you look at it in person, it's a lot easier to see. But those are my 3 favorite ways of finishing. So from matte, medium, this has more of a waxy look. This, because you can buff it up, even though it is wax, it's going to be a little shinier than this one. And then, of course, the super glossy one. So that's how I finish my work. And after that, if I want to spray it with a varnish, then I might. So any questions, pop over to the Creative Awakening Your whatever that page is, the Facebook page, Awakening Your Creative Soul, and ask a question there. I pop in all the time, and let's see what you're doing. So thanks for joining me. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter so you can get all the latest info, and have fun creating. Join the Creative Awakening community on Facebook, where you'll be able to post your art, connect with other creatives around the world, and ask questions. Use the hashtag Mixed Media Soul Sparks when posting your work on social media. Thanks for joining me,